Well, hello, beautiful people. Welcome back to another of these goddess readings featuring the book Your Goddess Year by Sky Alexander, a week by week guide to invoking the divine feminine. So, I hope you are all doing so very well. We are just moving right along, trucking right along in this book, and we are up to October and yeah, it's October, man. It's like the middle of October already. Like what? That's wild. So let's just start the reading. Let's just dive right in. So all right. Summer fades and passes, and October comes. An unsuspected sharpness, a thrill of nervous, swift elation, a sense of sadness and departure. Thomas Wolfe, American author, You Can't Go Home Again. October, one of the most beautiful months in the northern hemisphere. October dazzles us with its beauty, like the gorgeous goddesses Frigg, Aphrodite, and Hera. However, is also a harbinger of death. The goddesses Maat and Hecate personify this descent into winter's dark time of endings, rest, and reckoning. As you meet the goddesses associated with this time of transition and learn about their experiences, you'll gain insight into transitions you may be going through and how to handle them. So, right, this week, Hera is our goddess. So, dates for inviting her October 16th through the 22nd. Like many autumn goddesses, the Greeks' Hera represents the fullness of the season, whose dazzling beauty surpasses the budding loveliness of spring's nubile deities. This week we recognize her as a feminine ideal held for millennia, that of wife and mother, a symbol of the institution of marriage. Her story. Wife of the top Greek god Zeus, Hera is known as the goddess of marriage and monogamy. Despite her husband's notorious infidelity, she remained loyal to him and didn't engage in extramarital affairs, as did many of her fellow Olympians. Zeus sorely tested his wife's patience with his philandering, and perhaps she can be forgiven for taking out her anger on his lovers and illegitimate offspring. Hera's vengeance came down hardest on Hercules, Zeus's son, with the mortal Alcmene. Alcmene? Alcmene? I don't know. Alcmene. The goddess tasked the fabled hero with 12 dangerous labors, hoping he'd die in the process. Oh, I apologize. The garbage truck is passing by at this time, and it's very loud, and so I'm feeling with this energy as it is pulling up during this reading that it's time for us to take out the garbage. It's time for us to get rid of the things that are no longer needed in our lives, in our homes, in our hearts, in our energy, removing those from ourselves so that we can be light and free and allow all that is fresh and abundant and lively to live in our lives. So that's beautiful. Anyways, okay, let's get back into this. Okay, the goddess tasked the fabled hero with 12 dangerous labors, hoping he'd die in the process, which included killing a lion believed to be indestructible, defeating the hideous, snaky monster known as the Hydra, and capturing the vicious three-headed dog Cerberus who guarded Hell's gates. Hera also banished Zeus's lover Leto to the island of Delos, where she gave birth to his bastard son Apollo, and she turned Callisto into a bear that the hunter goddess Artemis killed. So apparently this is Hera right there. Okay. Her animal totems. Peacocks, which represent pride and beauty, are associated with Hera. Artists sometimes portray her riding in a chariot drawn by the magnificent birds. According to one story, Hera fashioned the eye-like designs on the peacock's tail from 100 eyes of Zeus's murdered son Argus. I mean, okay, I just gotta send out a quick pause. These don't really sound like god and goddess like energies. You gotta be like, don't they just sound more like Mean Girls? I mean, if I'm being honest, because like the goddess energy is so powerful that like you don't like I feel like no mortal woman or no mortal thing or anything would bother you if you are truly in your goddess energy and you know who you are and you know your worth and just all of the things that we know now about like divine feminine energy. It seems a little weird um, that this is what we are saying is goddess behavior. So, yeah, like banishing people and like killing people because they slept with your husband instead of getting mad at your husband for doing all of it, like taking it out on his bastard children and their mothers. That's like super low vibrational energy. And so, very interesting. Okay. But, that's just my own opinion. And yeah, it's interesting. Okay. In the well known tale of the Judgment of Paris, Hera took part in a beauty contest with fellow goddesses Aphrodite, October 9th through 15th last week, and Athena, January 22nd through the 28th. The contest was rigged, however, and Hera lost to Aphrodite. She got back at Paris for his unfair decision by throwing her lot against his homeland of Troy, and in the Trojan War, wait, throwing her lot against his homeland of Troy in the Trojan War and helping to bring about its defeat. Gotcha. Like over a beauty contest, like a whole war? Like, really? Okay, anyways. Although mythology paints Hera as a jealous and wrathful goddess, her actions stem from a desire for justice. Do they really? But do they really? Because like the justice starts with your husband, not with all the outside energies. Actually, it starts with yourself. It starts within yourself. Like if you wanted justice, then you rise above, you say I deserve better, and you walk away from this so-called husband of yours and you find your true happiness. I mean, this doesn't like I mean desire for justice, like, but for who? Like, that makes no sense. Okay, anyways, all of my logic and stuff coming through. Okay, only those who had wronged her by betraying the rules of fidelity and honesty suffered her revenge, but not her husband, right? Because he was the only one who actually wronged her. So, okay. She offered protection to those who displayed moral character or who helped her, including the hero Jason of the Argonauts. Interesting. Reasons to invite her. Do you feel your spouse or partner doesn't show you the respect you deserve? Is infidelity or jealousy a problem in your relationship? This goddess of marriage can advise you in dealing with an inequitable situation or addressing indiscretions. Ask Hera to lend you her strength and determination when you need to stand up for yourself. She can also help you remain true to a commitment when you're tempted to throw in the towel. Oh my gosh. Wow. If a person has cheated you out of something you deserved or betrayed you for his or her own gain, ask Hera to bring about justice. Female athletes can also solicit help from Hera, in whose honor the Hera, oh my gosh, Heraian, okay. Women's sporting events were held beginning around 800 BCE. Very interesting. Symbols and correspondences. Legends and art picture Hera wearing a jeweled crown and holding a scepter, symbols of her position as the highest ranking of the Greek goddesses. She's also linked with the pomegranate, which represents fertility. How to invite her. Invite Hera to join you in fashioning this gemstone talisman to promote love and fidelity in a primary partnership. You'll need a piece of pink paper, a pen or marker, two 3-inch by 3-inch squares of dark blue cloth, a piece of rose quartz for love, a piece of onyx for strength and stability, a piece of sodalite for harmony and trust, a piece of chrysoprase for fidelity and emotional healing, white thread, a needle. 1. On the paper, write what you seek or want to strengthen in your relationship. For example, I can trust and rely on my partner at all times and in all situations. Write as many statements as you like, remembering to word them in a positive way. 2. Fold the paper and lay it on one piece of blue cloth. 3. Lay the gemstones on the piece of paper. 4. Place the second piece of blue cloth on top of everything. 5. Thread the needle and sew the two pieces of cloth together with each stitch. Focus on bringing about the intentions you wrote on the paper and on enjoying a happy, fulfilling, committed partnership. Then place it in your bedroom. Well, all right. So there you go. There's how to invite Hera into if you are worried about cheating or infidelity, which is very interesting because she never stopped the cheating or infidelity, I don't believe. It continued to go on. So it's very interesting that that is the goddess to call upon when you want to have a good relationship, when she herself did not have a harmonious relationship with her husband. So it seemed like it was way more chaotic than anything. But yeah, so I love these readings just because like it's interesting to see them and to, bring them a little bit forward into like the modern times because there's a lot of stuff that we are not necessarily putting up with. Yeah, there's a lot of stuff that we don't necessarily put up with and a lot of behaviors that, yeah, we no longer accept. But so this has been about Hera. I hope you all found something that resonates with you or learned something new at least. And if you did, please remember to hit that thumbs up. And yeah, with all of that being said, I love you, I appreciate you, and I will see you all in the next one.